Okay, I think I'm live. Hopefully the audio is okay. This is more of a test stream than anything else. It's not a tutorial. It's just an open forum about the process of just doing art in general and testing my equipment. I have this camera here, and I have a light box there, and hopefully this is enough. We'll see. I don't like this shadow that comes from the spotlights behind me, but I'll fix that sometime. Okay, this is not a tutorial how to paint aquarel. This is more of a since I'm not an art teacher, I'm just an amateur that's really into painting and drawing and everything in general. So I thought I'd make this video where I show you how I think about creating art and how I think about the process of doing something. Yeah, so that's it. So let's get going. I was thinking I'd do 2 small paintings, one on each side, just for fun. So let's just assign some space here. I have to move my coffee out of the way here. Let's just draw up like a work area. Just rough, you know, it doesn't have to be like perfect. Okay. There we go. Can I use this as a... I'm using the side as a ruler just to try to get the somewhat even. Ah, that was awful. Let's do it by freehand instead. Okay, there we go. Now we have 2 canvases. Sorry if the camera shakes. The tripod is on the table I'm drawing on, unfortunately, for this overhead view. Okay, that's okay. It's just for whatever. Okay, so on this side I wanted to do like a seaside waves or something, so we can play with the grading of the color. And on this side I want to do more of just like a winter postcard type of stuff, some trees, maybe midnight. So let's start working on that. Let's do some I don't want a horizon on this one. I want the sea to blend into the sky perfectly. So I'm just gonna make what's gonna be the focal point, the water or the sky? Let's do the water. So let's do some waves splashing up here. Just a quick like rough sketch. Some water like going all the way up here. And another wave here. Oh, it doesn't matter. And then more here maybe? I'm trying to like keep them somewhat parallel, cause waves out to the sea are usually pretty like parallel. Okay, let's do it like that. Yeah, that's good. Let's just put in some clouds here too. Like maybe like this. Okay, so composition wise, I was thinking I'd put an island or something in here to make it more interesting. I think I'm gonna cheat and use put in some birds or something flying here. after I've done the aquarel part with this white ink. So usually I would leave. I would either leave. I would draw in the birds and then leave the space for them, leave the white of the paper. But this time, since I have this white ink, it's so easy to just use a pen and color them in. You could also use this, I think. No, this is acrylic medium. This? Yeah, masking liquid. It smells really horrible, but you can just paint with it and then remove it afterwards, and it will leave the white of the canvas. I'm not gonna do that though. I think it's, I don't know. Do what you want, man. I'm not the boss of you. Okay, let's on this one do let's do like a cool moon or something. That's kind of okay. Let's just save some like stars. Like some spaces that I should leave for. Just add like a starry sky in the background. We should maybe have some clouds actually also. Just try to put them like over the moon to create like somewhat of an interesting effect. I think I think that things should be made with purpose. Then just put in some treetops here. I could put a tree to the side here. I think I won't though. Let's make it a little bit of a valley. And then trees going up here to the other side maybe. Okay. Let's have the shadow of the trees copy the position of the trees somewhat. So if this is the ground, this is the shadow down here, and this is the trees up here. Then I'll just like, why do I say like so much? I'll just try to copy the thing like that. Just some more water splashes here to make it more fun and interesting. Now I kind of want the moon to reflect on this snow here, so I will need to do like snowbanks just where the snow has piled up, and then I'll try to do a reflection of the moon on that. Okay, so this is the test today. 2 different pictures, just roughly sketched out. Let's see what I can do with it. By the way, I don't tape down my paper. I think it's regular cold pressed because it's already attached. I don't know if you can see, but it's glued together already. So I don't have to tape it, otherwise I would have to tape it to my work surface. I use this masking painter's tape. I have the real deal, the one that you wet so it sticks, but I'm not really using that. It takes too much time. Okay, the brush I'm using in general is a brush I just bought. I don't know. I don't think it's any special brush. It's just a nice kind of large brush, and it was so long that I cut it with a knife. Okay, let's see. As you can see, my palette is really dirty, and I know some people don't like working like that, but I like saving the old color mixes in case I'll need something. And I think I'll start with this one. I'll just do where the the gray blue of the sky meets the blue of the water here. So I'll just start with pre-wetting the area because I want to work with wet on wet. It's showing up as a bit. Is this water not clean? No, this water is clean. I cleaned it. Is this brush not cleaned? Maybe it's not cleaned fully. That's a mistake on my part. I thought it was. I thought I cleaned this one. Okay, let's take some gray. Some blue. Just a lot of water here. Let's use this colder blue, I think it is. Yeah, up here. Let's just take a fair bit of this and start adding the stronger blue here. And then I'll just let the brush empty itself. For this part. And we're gonna need a much darker sky up here, so I'm taking more gray and working myself down. It's not super important how you do things, just as long as you're happy with what you're producing. Let's get more water and let's do this bottom part here. Like that. Why I do two paintings is because, or work on two sheets, is when I've done this layer I can move over to this one and work on that one while this one dries. Do some blue, let's steal some green. I try to work quick here to get this dry brush. Just effect, slight bit of it. Just more pure blue straight on here. I'm not super happy about this, but we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Things will not always go as you want them to. Let's try to lift some of this color. Put it down over there. More blue. Even I want this to be like a very rich blue color. More water. Try to even out the differences here. So far I'm not super happy with this painting, but you know, we'll see how it shapes up. I would usually have it leaning a bit. I think this is too strong, so I'm gonna just take this what's this in English? Sponge. I'm just gonna take this sponge and see if I can lift some color across here. Yeah, okay, I really like that. I really like how that turned out. Okay, let's think. The water should be the strongest, closest to the viewer. The color of the water. Let's keep adding this super rich blue to this. And then we'll just lift it inside of the wave here, I think. Let's add a bit more yellow or green to this. Seawater is never really blue, so I'm just experimenting a little bit here. Let's get another brush for a second here. Let's see if we can like add a bit of action to this part here. Yeah. And to this here. Okay. Use what you have. I just have a lot of different brushes because I like trying them out. Don't feel afraid to just use whatever you have to create an effect. For example, we need to remove a little bit of this blue. I think it's too dark. So let's take the sponge again and just like, oh, maybe. We'll see how that turns out. Let's wait on this. I can go back to this later. To work on the cloud, to work on the waves a bit more. Let's do this one now. So we have a moon, and here I wonder if the moon should be like maybe a that's too orange. I don't have a piece of paper to test this on, so I'm just gonna create a little test area here with a piece of tape. Okay. I want the moon to have a color, but maybe not too yellow, maybe not too that's too orange, far too orange. Maybe this yellow. So I'm using my old palette from like different other things I've been painting, and there's nothing wrong with that. Let's just, if you let the colors mix on the palette, you'll get these interesting color combinations, like this dark purple here, this grading of yellow to green here. And why would I remove it? I have this beautiful rust color here that I don't know if everyone can see. I'm gonna show it like this. Yeah, it looks horrible, right? But all of this have a different grading and a different combination to it that makes the painting unique if you give it enough time to use them. I will now do the forest. Okay. Let's do like a dark blue green combination here. I have this blue here. Let's just add some to this. Let's take some of this yellow. See where we end up. I'm gonna steal a bit of this red here, this maroon, crimson, and maybe, just maybe, we can get a dark purple variant. Let's take off this brighter red. Yeah, this is kind of close to where I want to go. I'm now gonna save some white paper on the top of the trees. So I can use it as moonlight. Okay. Try to be brave. Try to move with, use big strokes. Let's take some dark gray here to mix with this. Steal some blue, mix up the color a lot, so you get this like doesn't matter. You're painting to have fun, not to get paid, right? Okay. Cool, cool. I'm now thinking back to this, and I think I need a darker color here. So I'm actually gonna just see if we can just apply it there. Make an like a little like so that it looks like a wave maybe coming in there. Take some of this dark green that we mixed, add a little blue to it, and darken up here. It's maybe a bit too dark, we'll see. Add another one, another wave coming here. Think about where the sun is. Okay. This here should also be darker. I'm just gonna take this, mix in even more green to it, grab some clean water, and see if I can See if I can get something going here. Let's dry off the brush on a clean piece of paper and try to get a dry brush effect here. Yeah, I got something going on here. Like the waves coming down. Okay. Okay, we're in business, I feel like. Let's even out this edge a bit. And this over here. Okay. There's something wrong still over here. I think this needs to be even darker. Because when the waves come up, you can see under the sea at the face of the wave. So this wave here, right? You have the spray. You have the part that you should theoretically be able to see into the water, because the water comes up as like a screen towards you. So here, if I wanted some underwater activity, I would paint it in this part here. Then when you get closer to the viewer, it should be darker, but also more reflections. Can we do some reflections? Maybe I could just... Oh, here. Maybe we can just carefully make something happen here. I'm barely touching the paper here. Okay, I am actually worried that it's too wet. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. Or maybe I could, like, just a little bit, like. No, it's too wet. I don't wanna. If I had waited a bit longer, I could maybe have gotten something to work there. Let's just darken this a bit more. A little bit of this. Add some clean water. This part, try to make it float together a bit. It's too wet. Add also a darker piece to this part here. Oh, wrong. Don't be afraid to add darker colors to your paintings. The darker colors you have close to whites, the more they will pop. Let's get more. Let's work on evening this one out a bit. Okay, I'm starting to dig this one though. I think it's kind of okay. Not perfect, definitely. Could do with some more green down here, maybe. Let's just see if we can steal that real quick. Let's get some. No, this doesn't work. There we go. Add some water directly on with the spray bottle. I want to lift. I want to lift some color here. Like that. Okay, let's leave this for now. I don't want to overwork too much. This one. More blue down here in the shadow, even more black. Oh, perfect. Okay, that's a pretty dark thing. Oh, come on. Well, there goes the coffee. That's typical. That's if someone didn't see what happened, I dipped the pencil in the coffee. It's happened twice so far, like over 2 years, but of course it happens now. I need to get some clean water in these. They are they're too dirty. 1 second. So, okay, I'm back. So what I'm trying to think of when I paint is, of course, like subject placement and composition. But right now it's more color theory, what colors I should use, things like that. Let's do some shadows here in the snow. Snow is not white, y'all. You know that, right? So let's paint it with a dry brush. That's okay, I think. Let's do the sky now. I'm just putting some water straight on the paper. So we can have some nice blends. Okay, there we go. Let's take a little bit of this sea blue we did earlier and see how it looks. Yeah, that looks for sure like something. So just like the water is the bluest closest to you, the sky is the most blue at the top. So let's work from top down, and if I could tilt this towards me now, I would. So it would pour down. Trying to save these stars. Don't want to paint too much. Put some shadow on the moon. Oh, too much. Oh, that's kind of okay. Save some bright light down here. Maybe it's mist or something, who knows. Okay, can we get some could add green here and just do some northern lights, I guess. But it's maybe too similar to this other one I did. With the green and the blue. I think I'll need to maybe darken the sky even more. Let's grab this cold blue. Blend it in with some even darker gray. And let's just darken this up real good. And if this now would pour down from me tilting the canvas, that would be amazing, but we're not having that today. Even more darkness up here at the top. Makes the moon stand out a bit more. Okay, it's kind of okay. Let's see if we can get some. If we can get this to travel downwards a bit more than it. More than it wants. Okay. Now the treetops I did save earlier. I saved the white. So let's just get some clean water and let's get a still dirty. Looks good to me, I think. I don't want too much yellow. Just a little bit. Where the moon hits that, and then I'll just add a little bit. Oops, what? just add a bit. I'm just using my finger to quickly even it out. I don't know if you can see it, but it actually looks decent. How the a little bit of yellow on the snow where the reflection of the moon shows up. I'll actually even steal some more gray from here that I mixed some other time. Yeah, and just add a little bit more color to the snow. Especially out in the corners and close. Just to emphasize the bright light of the moon in the middle, so it makes like a way down here. Okay, fair enough. Let's do this cloud now. Just use whatever you have. I'm using this purple and weird colors since I want to add some type of like color difference here. I really want to I'm not so sure about this. Maybe just like making it a dark, somewhat ominous cloud. Okay, so this is really what I wanted to talk about when I started filming this. Is if your mindset is that you're not good enough at painting, you're never gonna make anything. You just have to do and go out there and be as brave as possible, and just like, oh, that's far too purple. That's too brave though. Don't be too brave, but definitely be a bit brave. Oh man. Can I like... I want this to be sharper. And remember things like more details towards the viewer. Oh, that's a sick effect with the purple. I think this cloud is, in the end, actually ended up too dark, and that's fine. Like, it's cool. We'll live with it. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it looks a bit... Actually, well, let's see how that looks when it dries. Sometimes you'll be surprised what can happen when the paint dries. Let's not be as brave with the right hand side now. Let's do some like moon, just some moon specks. I really hope this side would show up better, but it didn't, so that's something to learn. But I'll cheat. I'll cheat in the end, you'll see. I think this is overly dramatic. This is far too much. Next time I won't go as bananas as this, but I do like the contrast though. I'll use this for something else, I'm pretty sure. What paint do I have on now? Nothing. Good. Okay, what do I need to do here? Even darker here. That's too dark. It's even more contrast. Cool. I'm not sure what I should do up here. I think I'm gonna leave the cloud as it is, or maybe I think I'll leave it as it is. I could just put some darker blue here, maybe. Nah, I don't like that. It's okay though. We'll let it be there. Actually, we won't. I was lying. I'm taking the sponge, trying to not spill, and I'm gonna just lift this color a bit. There we go. So if you actually tape around, you won't get this like where paint comes out on the side of the thing, like so that's one of the benefits of actually taping it. Oh dang. There we go. What more? Yeah, okay. So let's cheat now. Let's take some white ink and put in some highlights or some like finishing touches. I kind of don't want to do more. I think there's more I could do here. Maybe longer shadows I think would be a good thing, but I don't know, maybe. Doesn't wanna really right now. There we go. then just maybe some like lines across, I don't know. We have to make this snow more interesting, I feel, and this is one way to do it. Okay, I think that actually looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. Right, let's cheat. Let's wash this one up and put it to dry. Let's wash this one up, oops, and put it to dry. Where's my sheeting tool? Where is it? Oh, here it is. My incredibly abused pen. Okay, let's shit in some birds up here. It's not really dry enough. Dang it. Where should I start? Maybe here. So I find it hard to not to actually save like white perfectly for painting, and I used to think that this is like using other media is like illegal or something. I don't know why I thought that ever. Of course, if you're good at saving white space when drawing aquarels, that's good for you. But I'm not. Or at least I'm working on it, you know. So. Oops, that's cool. Just want to pronounce some like minor waves. You could even do this like what's it called? Well, not the spray, but where the water doesn't this is the spray, right, of the wave, and this is the wave itself. But when the water surges back, it creates this like leopard pattern. You could even like fill it in with this if you wanted to. Let's just add some white highlights here and there. Not too much, don't overwork it completely, like. But here, I've been thinking about this. I want to do this. Because this shape lost its pronunciation earlier. and I really want this to show properly, so that's why I'm filling that in just a bit. Just some spray, just a bit of spray, not too much and not too close, not too far, I mean. Let's just add some birdies over here. I don't know if that looks like a bird, but it will have to do. Let's add one at a closer distance. So you can see that it's a bird actually. I'm not sure. Okay, this is what's called overworking. Let's stop now. Okay, let's just stop, and be happy with it. Okay, I'll need to clean this one off because it's full with. Okay, so this is kind of how I think when I work with painting aquarels just for my own sake, for fun. I'm an amateur, I'm not a professional, but I really like thinking about how to approach different subjects and different... I still have a lot of stuff to work on, but I feel it's good to be happy with what you do. So today, what I like is that I left enough white for this spray here and for this one here and this one here. These three I'm really happy with. I think they look really good. And I like this grading, but what I do not like is the color choice for the sky and the sea. I think this could have been more brown gray, and this could have been more dark blue, black, greenish, even though I added some green to it. This cloud is cool, but I think it's not a good cloud. I might come around to this. I really like this insane purple that I got going here, but I did not intend for it to be that crazy. Maybe more brown and orange in it would have helped a lot. Composition wise, this painting is kind of boring. There's no main focal point really except this wave here. The horizon is put in the middle, which I usually wouldn't do, but I felt like it. Overall, I need to work on my clouds. I need to work on the right color choice. If anyone else has something to add to this painting, like an idea or I was thinking about like an island and a lighthouse or something, or a house or a small boat or something, but I'm not sure. I kind of wanted it to be without human interference. If anyone has to add anything, just comment on the YouTube clip or on the video that I'm gonna upload of this later. That's a more cut version. This one I like. Oh, I didn't do any stars. Let's do some stars. Stars are hard to do, like these small points of light, because it's really hard to leave enough. Can we maybe just do like this? Live and learn. Okay. But let's do some real nice ones. This is just boring stars, you know. Let's do some stylized ones. Oh, too much. Far too much ink. It's gonna have to be something special. I put too much ink on it. It's a small one here. And one up here. Okay. 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 Right. I'll watch this afterwards. This one. I'm not sure about this shadow under the trees. This shadow here, this shadow here. I'm not sure about it. I do like the green and the white and the yellow here. I think I could have added even more yellow. I'm not sure about the snow. Snow is hard. This yellow on it doesn't look too good, but what else are you gonna do? I think maybe less of it with an even smaller brush might have helped, just going across real quick, like back and forth. The sky is kinda okay. I think it should be darker in general, but I'm okay with it. The moon I actually do like now with the added white ink, but I did a mistake when I painted over it and then adjusted with just a cleaner angle. The cloud needs something darker at the bottom, I think, or like more dark in the cloud. No cloud is just pure white. So I'm not sure about that either. Yeah, but that's about it. So today I made these two, and I've been trying to say what I've been thinking while doing them, just so people can know. Maybe if you're trying to paint yourself and you have no clue what people are talking about, if you have any questions, just comment and I'll try to answer them. And if you have any tips how I can get better, please send me some information. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll just lift this up to the camera and I will take a picture and add to my Instagram later. So just lift them up to show them a bit better how they ended up. Oh, so this is the left one, and my light, this is the right one. I think they came out okay. They came out okay. Okay.